Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shima and Wine Talks. Welcome, Herman. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. And I've got my glass of wine here. It's going to be interesting. I'm only drinking wine. What are you drinking?
I am doing something bad in the background here. You're going to have to wait a second because I am doing... Okay. I feel better now. Is everybody here now? Okay. I'm drinking nothing. I've been so busy because this is my guest. He just said, oh, here, I have all this content that I want you to add to the system 10 minutes before we start. So, I think I'm going to start with a glass of wine. Since, keeping in the theme of wine talks and everything, right?
I like it. What kind?
You okay with that?
White?
It's red. I don't really drink white wine. This is
I know that.
You're going to have to read that actually for me, Herman, because it's French.
Okay, hold on. It says Coste du Château Ferré-Lambé. It's Bordeaux, and that is really interesting and perhaps ironic because I am drinking a Mouton Cadet, which also comes from Bordeaux. Nice.
Is it the 2015? Great year?
Cool. Mine is 2018. I'm a little bit cheaper. Yeah.
So here's the cool thing here. You can actually take the top off.
Right.
Just by sheer... Uh-oh, wait, it's not going to work. Are my hands too slippery? It's not going to work. I was going to be so cool, and it failed. Failed miserably.
YouTube tricks. You would have been famous for how to open your wine bottle.
Yeah,
they would have.
Yeah, no, I think my hands, I'm all nervous and sweaty, so my hands just aren't working, hey?
Okay.
So, Herman, you can't see this, but below this screen here, where you and I are, there's actually a live video of the park outside of Studio J here.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've seen the park many times. It's a beautiful park, isn't it?
I think it's nice, yeah.
Didn't we?
Okay, so...
We'd have another drink here. I'm not going to get drunk or anything like that.
No. We're not going to get drunk. Well, no, that's the plan, right? Hopefully other people have their drinks and they're all ready to go.
Okay, 4:00 in the afternoon here in Japan.
Yeah, baby. Okay, and I brought a wine bottle over there.
Sister and brother are watching. Well, then they will be up at around 4:00 in the morning, so that would make them huge fans, and I know that they're in bed sleeping.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that Ugg is online because it's only midnight in LA, so we probably have a couple people in LA watching. I'm hoping if everybody's not too busy being socially distanced.
Yes, we are distant right now. We're in different.
Okay, here we go. Now we can do our cheers, eh?
I'm here in Saitama, on the border with Tokyo, and Jeff is in Ibaraki, which borders Saitama and also borders Chiba, and the prefecture too, I think, right?
Yeah. So, are you on lockdown? I mean, you're not officially on lockdown, are you?
No, we're not on lockdown. It's just an emergency situation, which just means that it's recommended that we stay at home, and that's what I'm doing.
Cool. And having wine talks.
Yes, and have a wine talk. Cheers.
Cool. Welcome, Herman.
Yeah. This is our second wine talk.
Yeah. You were back in the early days. Our first wine talk was teeny tiny, very limited technology at the time, right? But we're getting better, I think.
Yep, and at the time I was working at Gamaso, and I was also, I think my first CD had come out at that particular time, right? And if I remember correctly, we got very, very drunk.
I don't even remember. I still have that video though. I should have prepared it and played it today. Hey.
Well, no, I'm glad you lost it. I think it'd be better for you to lose that on purpose.
Ooh. I'm getting a special delivery from an elf.
Oh my God!
There.
Elves in Ibaraki?
Yeah. So we do. We have a whole bunch of elves actually. It's we're famous for our elves. Ibaraki Prefecture.
Spanish cheese.
So This is what I'm gonna eat.
Okay, I like it.
Spanish cheese plate. Iberico, Manchego, queso de cabra. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. These are actually really good. Something else. I know you don't eat meat, Herman. But if anybody's out there who wants to have a great thing of sausage, hot and spicy grillers by Johnsonville.
And
You
this show is sponsored by
yes,
Johnsonville,
yes, yes,
right?
yes. All this stuff you can get at Yamaya. They don't sponsor us, but I get all my drinks and food there.
Mhm. You'll get free food and drinks the next time you go there,
I hope
right?
so, right? Yeah, yeah. With our massive amount of viewers, it's gonna be incredible. I think.
Like the social distancing, they won't make it out there, will they?
Mm. No, not at all. Yeah, man. So tell me, so what's your life like now? I mean, you should be going back to school, but that's not happening, huh?
No, we're not going back to school, and we are at home. We're preparing. We're doing online classes for my university work and also
Mm-hmm.
for my other school, my Conde Institute of Foreign Languages. We will be teaching online soon, but we're just basically preparing for that, right? So
Okay.
that's what my life is like. I'm at home. I'm working on, my own projects, making a website, doing a little bit of music, watching TV, good TV on there. I'm going for walks, taking photographs, and chilling out. How about you?
But kind of similar, yeah. Yeah. Just
Mm.
sort of hanging out. I got a new deck on my backyard.
Oh,
So
nice. So you can sit outside and chill.
yeah, it's really cool. And there are these bats that come by and visit
Hmm.
us every night about 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock,
Right.
and there are two of them. So we
Ooh.
call them Mr. Big Butterfly and Mrs. Big Butterfly.
Well, how do you know that it's a Mr. and a Mrs.?
That Ika decided. She just
Okay,
knew
that's
it.
good. He's got good eyes, I imagine,
Right.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they fly really close to you.
Yeah.
So if you sit on the deck and they'll just be and they kind of like do dive bombing and stuff. It's really cool, man.
Wow.
It's
Yeah, in
like
Canada, there were lots of bats always in the summertime, right? They didn't really come that close, right? Sometimes they would end up in your house. I've been in a house where the bat was flying around, right? And that kind of scares you, but
yeah, they're pretty intense, yeah.
they fly a lot. They just keep batting around.
Right? We were in
Mhm.
Burkina Faso when we went to this like a museum out in the
Right?
countryside, and they had a house that was basically filled with hundreds of bats.
Oh, wow. And they stayed there, lived
They
there?
live there. Yeah. So they're like, come on in and see the bats, right?
No,
It was
thank
kind of
you,
freaky,
right?
yeah, yeah. I like
Yeah.
mine. Just two is better than like 100, I think.
Yeah,
You
definitely,
know?
right. I've been in caves where there have been hundreds of bats, right? But that was okay because they were kind of sleeping and they were at home and it was
Mm-hmm.
day. So that was not so bad, right?
Cool, man. So, what do you want to start? What should we start with? Should we play? Want to
Well,
play one of your songs there?
okay, let's do that. My album came out last year and it's called End of an Era. And I got to make sure I know this is there it is, End of an Era.
There you
That's
go.
the back. It's got no title on it. All of the stuff is inside, right? It's a CD. It's also a download.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. The musicians on this CD are me and you and Shusaku Oki and Danny Kubota. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah.
And of course, Musashi Kageyama. And
Yeah.
yeah, why don't you play a song?
Okay. So, okay. Where do you want to? I've got some things prepared, right? I've got.
Okay.
I thought I had some things prepared. Hold on. I'm looking in the wrong. I'm still learning how to use this system, but
On Zoom, by the way. I don't know if you
I
did.
have.
But,
So we've got
Mhm.
"Sexy Blue."
okay.
Okay.
And let's talk a little bit about where that song comes from because
Yeah.
Jeff, you have a film career behind you, right? And probably in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You made a film about
The Aibo, the
dogs,
robot dogs.
right?
Yeah, it was called Man's Best Friend,
Okay.
and it was basically about people who got these robot dogs, and Sony said they're going to live forever,
Right.
and then Sony said, well, we're not going to fix them anymore.
Ooh.
So everybody's like, well, I don't want my Aibo to die.
Mhm.
So this company in Chiba, they were like, okay, we're gonna fix these Aibos. So we need parts for the Aibos. So we're gonna have people we're gonna have people to donate their Aibos, their dead Aibos,
Right.
and then they're gonna have funerals
Okay.
for them to release the spirits of the owners and stuff. And
Okay.
then they're gonna fix the Aibos for people.
Oh, nice.
Right. And so yeah, I basically wrote it. Just we had to get the music in right towards the end. It was almost finished.
Mhm.
So I just came up with a little drum thing, and then put some synthesizer things in, and then made it. So let's listen to it, and then let's talk about what you did with it.
Okay,
and then we'll
cool.
play your version. Is that cool?
Yep. So this is from
Okay.
Jeff's film.
So this. It's called "Song for Aibo." Kind of just loops, right? It just kind of goes from there. It was just like the last 20, 30 seconds of the movie.
I remember coming over to your house and I listened to that. We probably watched the film or looked at bits of it, and I said, "Wow, that is so cool. Why don't you play that?" And I'll go into the studio, and we hooked up the mic, and then we recorded it. We just had a kind of a version of a song, and it's another thing about the song is because I said the word "Sexy Blue." The song is called "Sexy Blue," and I never changed it, right? And when I hear people say that title, it kind of makes me feel weird, right? But anyway, don't ask me what the song is about because it does have a meaning, but I'm not going to tell you.
No, you told me you wouldn't tell me. You got to tell me though now, since you've said
I'm
that.
not going to tell you.
Everybody wants to know.
So we made this song, and it's called "Sexy Blue," and we added a middle eight to it. We had a chorus and a verse, and we added bits to it, and I think it turned out pretty cool. And it was called "Sexy Blue," and it's the first song on the CD.
Yeah, End of an Era. Same as the.
Well, that's the
Art
book. This is the CD.
There you go. Okay. So you want to try? Let's go for the. Yeah, I mean it's really simple, but it's just like it's the perfect song. It really fit with Aibo and everything, and I was really happy about it, and it was cool to see you. Yeah, because we do that a lot. We'll just have like a loop or something, and you'll go to the studio after like 7 or 8 glasses of wine and just riff for 10, 15 minutes or whatever. And then you go home and then listen back and pick out the bits that you like. Yep. So that was the original song. And then this is the Herman B version, the new and improved with lyrics and everything. Here we go. I'm just enjoying it, man. Yeah, I mean, because that's very, very different than when it started, right?
Yeah, very, very different. Like we had to, change the sequence. We had to kind of fit it with the vocal and the melody there, and then we also added a middle eight, and then I think we added some more instruments, right?
Yep.
I think Hugh came on there, right? I don't think Danny's on that one, right? But yeah, that was a good song, right? That was fun.
Yeah, and we did a lot of stuff with like the automatic arpeggios and stuff, like this bit here.
Right.
But this is cool. So what does sexy blue mean, man?
What does sexy blue mean? Well, jeez. You really want to push that, don't you? You want to push that envelope.
I'll wait till you have some more wine.
This is not Wine Confidential. This is Wine Talk, right?
But all we can talk about is sexy
Wine
blue,
Confidential, of which I'll share the meaning of that song with everybody.
I'm hoping so, man.
About relationships that people have that sometimes that's what it's about. Okay, let's go on to the second song, Jeff. Like that one, that was cool. That was a great song, right? And of course, came from your movie.
Yeah.
Film, right? And that was just, I just heard it and thought it was so good that I wanted to do something with it.
That's cool. I'm hoping I gave you some other new ones that I did for another movie, and hopefully I'm looking forward to see what you do with those if you're interested.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Life is a Car.
Life is a Car.
Life is a Car, 21st Century Girl. What's the name of it?
It's called Life is a Car, and in parentheses, it's called 21st Century Girl.
Yeah, it started as 21st Century Girl.
I started with the title 21st Century Girl, but after looking on the internet, there were just like a few too many 21st Century Girls, of course, sung and probably written by women. So Life is a Car, it certainly didn't start off as 21st Century Girl. But anyway, it's about empowering women and asking everybody to kind of show more respect for women's roles in the world, right? And it's just a fun song. I'm not being overly preachy or anything like that, right? So
really, I thought it was okay. Interesting.
Think I'm being preachy?
No. That was empowering women. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I only had one comment from that song. I mean, you and I. And the one said, "Oh, I like 21st Century Girl." I said, "It talks about the women's position in the world, right? And empowering women." I said, "Yeah, you got it, right? That's right."
Oh, cool. Okay, great. So I have two versions of this.
Oh, cool.
I have the very early version.
Oh my God.
Which is sort of reggae and a little sort of Rolling Stone, just hard kind of.
Oh, right.
Thing.
I remember this. Yeah. Holy cow!
Do you want to start with that, or do you want to do the final one first?
Start with the reggae. Only don't play it for too long though, right? Get the beginning and then maybe the verse and the chorus only, right? Yeah, This is the reggae version, right? Cool. 1, 2.
Life is a car, she's driven far, she keeps moving. Life is a boat, and she's been stuck in a moat, she kept rowing. 21st century girl, she knows what she's gonna be. She's a 21st century girl, she's gonna be free. She's a 21st century, 21st century girl. Life is a train, she's on the tracks again, she's electric.
Is that enough there, Herman? This is good too, man.
Yeah. But actually, there's another version. I thought you were going to play the reggae version.
I couldn't find it.
Don't bother with that, right? But yeah,
do you remember the date on that?
That?
Yeah, we maybe do next time. I thought I couldn't.
Yeah, don't worry.
I listened through. I mean, maybe it was in a different folder or something. Sorry about that, man.
Okay, so let's listen to the song from the CD.
Okay. That's a pretty cool song.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep. Cool.
Crazy solos.
Yeah. You did the solo on that, right? And then there's some the keyboard solo is also from Shu, right?
Yeah.
You did the guitar solo, and I think Danny's on that also, right? Danny Kubota.
Yeah, Rockin' Danny, hey?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just want to introduce my next drink here. So, in the island of Kumejima in Okinawa, when they drink the local brew,
Mhm.
which is Awamori, they call it Shima,
Ooh.
right? Shima means island, but Shima means Awamori, right?
Ah,
Right.
nice.
And this is actually from Kumejima. It's called Kumejima no Kumesen.
Ooh.
And if you are going to drink Kumesen, there's two different kinds. One that's made in Kumejima and one that's made on the main island of Okinawa. And the one that's made on the main island is not as good because the water isn't as good.
Oh.
So even on little Kumejima, which is you can drive around in about 30 minutes or 40 minutes, they have three or four different places where two places where they make awamori. And they say that if you're going to mix water with the awamori, with the shima, that you should take the water from that area and it's
Ooh.
going to taste better.
It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, right?
Me.
Sorry about that.
Well, that's
Had
nice,
a
right?
Little
And of
introduction.
course, that's a famous Okinawan drink.
Yeah,
Awamori,
awamori.
right?
Yeah.
People usually mix it with shikwasa, which is this really bitter fruit, right?
Yeah, which I didn't bring in here. I was too busy to bring in my
Is it difficult to get shikwasa?
Yeah.
I mean, certainly not down there, but how about here? Is it difficult to get?
Yeah. You have to get it sent from Okinawa, basically, yeah.
Okay.
They don't sell it here at all. But
Well,
yeah, Shikwasa's great.
What I can say, Jeff, is that I hope that one day we can see Studio J having a studio on Kumejima. Wouldn't that be cool? You can drink Shima.
That is the plan. Every day.
Yeah, every day,
And
every
get
rockin'
special
day.
Shikwasa.
Shima. Shima de Shima. Nomimashou. Right?
Psycho. Yeah, it's a cool place actually. Yeah. Hopefully that will happen not too far away in the future,
That's right.
huh? Yeah.
That'd be cool.
We have our little our elf is coming in.
All right.
Coming in with
Elf. Like Santa Claus, right? This is the
She's-
Japanese version. It's an elf.
Arigato. She's watching the broadcast, so she brought the shikwasa. This
There
this
it
is
is, right?
actually-
It's actually a fruit, right? But
it's a fruit, but yeah, they get it in like the extract, right? Or it's the squeeze. This is from Kumejima, and it's special because it's just the fruit that's squeezed out, and it's a little bit more expensive, but it's quite awesome.
oh, cool.
And this one is the one where you can pretty much get everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's about 600 yen, 800 yen, right?
Okay, a little bit higher so we can see what a shikwasa looks like. Okay,
That's
there it
what
is.
the shikwa-
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Like a lemon inside a lime. It's really
Yeah. It's intense. It's really strong. It's like a powerful fruit.
I love it. It's great, and it
Yeah.
matches awamori perfectly, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you put it in shochu or something,
Mm-hmm.
you lose. All you taste is this, because the shochu doesn't have a strong enough flavor. But awamori has a stronger flavor, so it doesn't get lost in the shikwasa, which is cool.
Okay, right. That's neat. Cool.
Awesome. All right. What do you want to do next, Herman? I've got a video of you. Well, we have My Mommy Said as well, but I also have a video of you doing City Where I Live.
Which is not on this album, right?
No, it's not on this album.
How about we? I don't know if I'm screwing up your order here, right? But
No, I have no order.
Oh, okay. Can we just listen to Why I Don't Know What to Do, just bits of it, just a small section, and then maybe look at the video if that's all right? Because this last song on the album is actually a percussive based song, right? Which I kind of played on my frame.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to do. I didn't put in here. Hold on a second. Let me do a little search for this guy.
It's a drum based song, right? Which I created here on my Bendir, which is a frame drum that has these little snares, like string snares inside, right? So it makes it rattle. And then we kind of did lots of layers of drums, and then of course added other instruments, some keyboard stuff, and I think shoe, and we also added some sax at the end, right? Maybe we could probably play the beginning and then maybe go to the end. Kageyama-san is playing sax on that very end, and also we hear Shu on piano and yourself also
doing some chanting and things.
Yep. There's some chants in there.
Okay, I think this may or may not be the final one, but it's close. July 24th, 2019.
Sounds like that is the end.
That is the end.
I mean, I think it came out in August last year. I brought it home and.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it because you hear the other ones.
I can hear the other ones.
So cynical, right, left, what's left, mind theft, centers gone away, fact raging and climate change, nuclear bombs and regime changes, hypocrisy, cacostocracy, socialism is rocking me. Relationships and potato chips both have tastes that change my lips. AI owned by the robots lurk. Still have to deal with the jerks at work. Chase that in and then settle down. Take my vitamins and wear my crown. Talk unnecessary conversations. Love concerns and now interrogations. I don't know what to do.
Be on iTunes also.
Okay,
right?
we're back now. Herman, go ahead.
What's that?
That was the fourth song on the CD?
Yep, that's it, right? There are other songs that didn't get on there. It's like 3 other songs that we didn't manage to finish, right? But who knows? That means there's probably going to be another CD soon.
Yeah. Do you want to play a little bit of My Mommy Said, or?
No, that's okay. That was written to my family, right? And I played it for them. I said, we got to sit down and listen to this, right? It's about my mother and my father who have passed away, right? And also about my brother, my sister, and my brother said, I think we get some royalties for that too. I says, well, no, I don't think so. He says, yeah, well, it's about us. I think we do get royalties, don't we?
Really? So you're gonna pay them?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You've already made like $200,000 on this so far, so.
Spent $200,000. There's no return.
Oh, I wish.
I'm an unforgiving monster, right? Unforgiving.
Awesome. Cool.
So, okay, cool. Yeah. So that was it. That was fun. That was it took us a couple, maybe a year or something to make, and
2 years.
Meet that much, did we? Right?
I think it was 2 years.
Huh?
Yeah, no. It was just like opening up, looking at files, right?
How long?
And let me go back. Hold on. So if it was like
2019, it came out, right? So how long would it have taken? I'm guessing 2?
Well, the first Sexy Blue was January 2017.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
2.5 years, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's we're not meeting very much, right? We both have
No.
very busy lives.
Totally,
so
totally, yeah.
meeting that much, right? But anyways, that was a fun album to make, right? So we're gonna work on other ones too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to future stuff, eh?
You said you had a video there, right?
I
Before we
do.
said,
I do. This is for an older song.
yeah.
For what is it called?
City?
City Where I Live, yeah. You want to play it?
Sure, go ahead.
We did this. We recorded this. This was for a one take party. One take number 5.
Okay,
We
right.
came in and did this.
Yeah, it took many takes, actually. Right?
Yeah. Well, actually, we redid this after the one take party.
That's right.
But that's a secret. Don't tell anybody, okay? Exclusive. Nobody else knows this.
in subtitles here at the bottom.
You came back again, and we did it after the one take, but it was part of the one take. Okay, here we go.
This is old.
City where I live is made of wood, steel, and iron. Plastic food feeding people under night light and neon. City, 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 city. City where I live is made of sun, rain, and dirt. Trees and trembling boxes and molten noise and mirth. City, 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 city. Soaked in blood, breath, and bone. Temple shrines forgive the poor, the middle, the unknown. City where I live tells tales and begs to listen. It bleats, it blurts, it sings, and yet there's something missing. City, city.
There we go. Herman
Cool.
B. City Where I Live.
Yow!
Rocking and rolling it.
On my frame drum.
Yeah, very cool, man. Just that one drum. How so much sound comes out of that. It's crazy.
That's right. It's a bendir, right? It just rattles.
Yeah.
You know, we had some trouble recording it, if I recall correctly, right? It just rattled so much.
Yeah. It's getting the buzzes out of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was like this. It was like the sound it was supposed to have, or if it was a wrong sound. You know, so getting that balance was,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because it does rattle, hey.
Yeah. Those drums are made by Cooperman, right? I hope Cooperman's going to pay for this too, right? But
Yeah.
I went to the Cooperman site, and I realized that those drums are they're about $400-$500.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I was looking to get more of those Bandiers and some other frame drums, but they're so expensive, right? And of course, there's shipping involved there too, right?
Yeah.
I think Kelly and Megumi and I from Chesme, actually, we ordered those together, right? We got a bunch of them, right? And I also have other drums too, right? I can't remember the names of them, right? Because a DAF, that's right. I have a DAF from Iran, right? Which jingles, and it's really difficult to play, right? But it's over there in the closet.
Cool,
I don't know if it should come out of the closet or not, but I'll leave it there for now, okay?
Cool, man.
Cool. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. How's the wine? It's tasting good?
It's great. It's a nice little Bordeaux, right? Mouton Cadet. How is your Shima?
My Shima is rocking. I got some Shikwasa in there now.
I think that glass is just a perfect color for that, right? It's got
Right?
that nice red and orange in there, right?
Cool.
Some ice cubes to kind of give it another
like
tone.
it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So when you go down to Okinawa, you've been down to Okinawa many times, right? Do you only drink shikwasa?
Well, I'll drink the Awamori.
Sorry.
Some places will actually have shikwasa there for you. Not all of them do. Right? So basically when I'm there, it's probably mostly just Awamori on, Shima on the rocks, right?
Okay, really? And no wine?
No. You can't.
No?
No,
Wow.
there's no wine to buy there, yeah.
If anybody knows, Jeff only drinks red wine. So everywhere we go, he's only drinking red wine. So it's kind of would be unusual to see you drink something different, right? Something clear.
Well, I stopped. I've cut way down on my wine consumption.
Wine?
Because it was making me fat.
Red wine?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of calories in red wine apparently.
Oh, apparently. Tell that to the French.
Yeah. And also I found out I cut down on wine, so I'll be drinking Shima all the time.
Okay.
And then I'll drink wine. I'll go out with Shauna or you or something, and we'll drink a couple bottles of wine. And then my knees will hurt the next day.
Oh wow! Time to stop.
Right. So I've totally cut down.
Drinking Awamori.
I've totally cut down. And I'm almost exclusively Awamori. Like today was just a special. Just did one glass of the beautiful red wine. I love it. I love red wine, but I'm having to distance myself from the red wine world, unfortunately.
Okay, but you're still drinking margaritas, of course.
Of course. We have just bought some limes, Herman. So
I do remember the last time I was at your house.
God, can I show that video?
No, you cannot show that.
Oh, Herman got so drunk.
Save that for Wine Talks Confidential, okay?
Yeah,
or
Wine Talks
save it for the
Confidential.
outtakes. I'm a little bit embarrassed to say, holy cow, after I saw that video. Remind me of being in high school.
You didn't even remember it, did you?
No, not at all.
No. Oh, it was crazy.
When I saw it, I was a little bit embarrassed, right? But
I think it was very cathartic.
Cathartic, that's right.
It was very cathartic. I think it was a night that we needed.
Yeah, definitely. Right? We drank all day, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
We talked and drank.
That was really good.
If I recall correctly, we actually were going to record, and we could not get anything set up.
Oh God!
Remember that?
Yeah. Well, I couldn't get my MIDI. The drum wouldn't work, right?
Yeah, the drum wouldn't work, and then we couldn't get nothing set up. We couldn't listen to old versions of things. So,
it was messed up. Yeah, and then I kept falling asleep in the middle of it. So,
going crazy, you were falling asleep.
But you were singing and dancing and playing the guitar and everything. It was a good night, I think.
It was. It was fun. Yeah.
Totally right. So you want to do your art, man?
Yeah, sure.
You feeling like art?
You got about, I think this is an hour show, right? Got about 15 minutes left. I have a new art book. This is called, hold on, can I get that in there? It's called End of an Era.
End of an Era.
I think that's my name there. Herman Bartolin. That's right.
That's you, huh?
So I just produced this book here. It came out. It was published in I can't remember the month. Probably here at the very beginning. Anyways, in March, I'm sure. Malcolm Kostiuk did the layout for us. And anyways, you can't see very much there, right? And I think it's available on your website, right, Jeff, of Crosswire?
Yes, it is. And I don't have that link. So just a second.
Which we'll get later, right? But it's available. You can purchase this book. It's got about 30 to 40 artworks in there. It's got an introduction. It talks about Gamaso, and Gamaso was a bar that I used to be an owner of. It was a music and art and bar in Asagaya, Tokyo, in the West End there, and it was a great community of people, artists, and hangers-on, and teachers, and anybody could go there, and there was lots of music that went on there, and it basically shut down. And I believe that it is now shut down. So the end of my book was called End of an Era because it was the end of an era for Gamaso, which, I don't know how many people are watching out there. Maybe 2 of them. I'm sure that the 2 people who are watching, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 200, 300 probably know about Gamaso. So it was sold to Mark Sullivan, and, I continued to do lots of art, and I continued to do like digital art and I was doing posters, like huge posters. So I decided to gather all that and put it in a book called End of an Era.
Yeah. I remember you brought the posters out to the film festival in Ishinomaki. Yeah.
That's right. Tell us a little bit about that. That's right. I remember that because I was looking at those the other day. That was a great time. We were up in Ishinomaki, and tell us a little bit about that because that was fun.
Well, it was coming. It was. We had. Well, not everybody knows, but Ishinomaki was one of the towns hit really hard by the tsunami and earthquake in March 11th. March 3/11. We say 3/11. So March 11th, 2011.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so we been going up there for years, trying to help out and do whatever we can. So, and I actually learned how to make documentary films up in Ishinomaki. So, we had a documentary filmmaking course,
right?
And we had people come out. We had like 8 or 9 students, and they all made films, and we had a film festival. And Herman, we got some musicians up, and Herman did all the art.
Yep.
And then we had a live show afterwards. Yeah, but your posters there definitely changed because it was in this old, smelly sort of like warehouse next to a bowling alley, and we transformed it, right?
Yeah, it was just beautiful. It looked really, really good. And what I remember is that they had these dividers, right? And it was actually kind of a rundown hall, and the dividers were actually quite nice because I think they didn't use them very much, and there was really nice, beautiful old wood. And I remember like putting tacks in there for my posters and thinking like, is this the right thing to do? Like, I mean, they're gonna hate me afterwards, right? With all these little holes in there, right? But I still remember I held it, it was like on the left side, all my posters were there, and all of them, I think there's like 6 of them are in the book. And on the other side, on the far wall, I think which was the kind of award stage later, my numbers were on the walls there, right?
Yeah.
And Kageyama-san and Hana helped me put up those numbers, and you guys were kind of setting up all the sound, right? But that was a great weekend, right? We stayed up there. It was really cool. Was so much fun.
Yeah.
Great film festival.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. So you want to show? We have a couple of things here. I'm actually just gonna put them over our faces here.
Nice.
Okay. What do you want to start with? Earth, black buildings, floating colors, or numbers? Well, we're talking about numbers. Should we start with numbers?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So numbers is now showing up. I've got the link up here for 4C Publishing as well.
Okay, cool.
But it's covering up numbers, which is not good, right?
Do you want to sell the book or show the book?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll do both. We'll put numbers up at the top. Yeah, we'll put 4C up at the top. Okay. So, yeah, tell me about this, Herman.
Okay. Well, okay. Now, there are many different versions of this. This started a long, long time ago. I'm not a mathematician, but I am think that numbers are one of the greatest things in the whole world, right? They kind of transform what we do. We can use them in so many practical and theoretical and ways. And of course, given that we're living in the computer world, numbers that are so important, right? So I've just taken numbers and putting them together and just putting them on walls. And I had an exhibition in Gamaso in Osaka, Tokyo. I had an exhibition where I did the very same thing. I was in London, Ontario, Canada, Canada, right? Near the Thames. And then I also did it, of course, in Ichinomaki, right? So I would just kind of change the colors all the time, right? And sometimes the numbers would be like, one thing I always did is I had the population of the world at the time. Right now, of course, it's getting up towards like 8 billion, right? It's like 7.3 or something like that, right? But I would always do the population of the world at the time. People could never know, of course, right? But
yeah, so what do these numbers mean, man? I mean, it's like 3, 2, 8, 7.
Well, that would be 328. No, I can't read that, right? They don't mean anything to me. I'm just taking the numbers. I know that these 9 numbers have so much history and power, and I'm just putting a color behind them and just putting them in order and kind of looking at it from a design perspective. When you see them, like when lights are down, when lights are up, they take on different light. They shine in different ways, but I'm just creating a background to remind people that, we live in a number run world. So that's where that comes from.
Yeah. So choosing your colors are you just choosing what you like? Does it have a meaning behind it? Is it related to the numbers or?
Well, no, I don't think it's, not colors, of course, mean things to me, right? But here I'm just kind of focusing on like primary and secondary colors, and we're going for the red, white, and red, what is it? Red, yellow, blue, and then an orange and purple and green, of course, right? I don't see any orange in there, right? But so I'm just randomly choosing those colors and thinking what's pleasing to me, given that, I've worked with colors for, decades, right? So I just choose what's meaningful for me, and it's changed each time, right? So I've never had an exhibition like this. The numbers that I used, I still have here in my closet, right? And though they're different colors, and printers, of course, will change the way the colors are. But anyway, that's the number piece.
That's cool. Can we go to floating colors next? Just talking about colors.
We can.
So next up, we have floating colors. Is this the one that I requested to show?
Yeah, this is the one that you requested.
I really like this.
Okay.
And just the sort of the feeling of the colors and stuff, and the possible guitar or bass there, I kind of liked.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I guess you think. Yeah, that's right.
It could be. I don't know. It may or may not be.
It is. It's a guitar.
Okay. And what's the history behind this?
Well, I'm a geometric artist, right? So I'm driven by shapes, and I'm also influenced by cubism. And I was a great Picasso fan, and I always loved guitars. I have, 3 guitars, and I have 1 ukulele. So I'm always, influenced by that shape. So I was just kind of putting floating colors in there. I just worked on that. It basically has a square, a circle, and a triangle, which feature in many of my works. So I put those in there, and then I just kind of began to play with it, like created different levels. And I wanted to put something that was from the real world, and that would have been the guitar, and everything else is just kind of like floating. And, there's 2 versions of that. There's also a greenish version, which is in the book, right? But you can't see it, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just me kind of being a little bit cubistic and, focusing on, shapes and lines.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like the balance of the colors and stuff. It just feels good to look at, right?
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you want to go to next?
Well, you choose. I don't know what's on your desktop. I think we have about like 2 more, right?
Yeah,
Let's
2
go to
more.
Earth. Do you have Earth?
Yeah, I got Earth. Yeah. All right. Oh, let me introduce.
Oh, nice. What's this?
I just restarted. This is Uruashiki Furusato. So my beautiful home, right? Or my beautiful country, right? My beautiful old home.
Okay.
Right?
Nice.
So
like Furusato?
Furusato, yeah.
Okay.
And it's from Nakijin Son, which is the northern part of the main island of Okinawa. And near just a little bit north of Motobu.
Right.
And this is probably our favorite Shima.
Okay.
We
Okay.
love
Nice.
this. We love this very much.
Now, I want to ask you a question, right? Because I don't know so much about awamori. Like, is it like they say, like, don't mix your grains and with your malts and whatever, right? Is it okay to mix your awamoris?
Mix them, but have two different Aomoris in the same glass?
Yeah. No, I actually wasn't referring to that, right? But that is an
What are
idea
you
too.
referring
I'm thinking,
to?
can you, like all these awamoris? There's no different color, right? It's just a clear,
They're all clear. Yeah.
right?
They're
So it's
made.
just,
The base is Thai rice.
wow, really?
Yeah, yeah. Because it started. I mean, it's like they've been doing it for hundreds of years, right? And they just got their rice from Thailand at the time. You know, they made it with Japanese rice and local rice and stuff, but just the consistency of it
Hmm.
just works better. They just yeah. So it's
Are
all
they
made.
growing or importing that rice?
They're importing it. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. Well.
I think Thai people don't know that. I didn't know that either, right? So that's
Really. Really. I mean, it's like if it's not Thai rice, it's completely different flavor.
wow. Just
Completely
think of that. I mean, if they were making, shochu with imported potatoes or
Yeah.
or that would seem weird to me, right? But okay, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
no, that's always been like that. I mean, Okinawa has a history of, because Japan is not the closest place to Okinawa, right?
No, what
There's
is
other
Taiwan?
countries. Well, Taiwan, mainland China is much closer, right?
Hmm.
So there's been a lot of trade with other places, and they have a history of that. And
Okay.
even I think even when Japan was cut off from the world,
Mhm.
Okinawa was still trading with the rest of the world.
Okay.
You
It
know.
would have been a kingdom too, wouldn't it have been? I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know.
yeah, it was the Ryukyu Okoku, right? So the Ryukyu Kingdom. Yeah.
Right.
So
Wow,
yeah, they were doing their own shit, right? Which is good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we ready for Earth?
Okay. I'm gonna put it up on my
Yeah.
screen here so I could see it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't see the stream or
Now I
30
can see it.
seconds later or something, right? Okay, so this is Earth.
Okay, I had an exhibition and it was called Between Heaven and Hell.
Mhm.
And I had 4 walls to work with. So I had a wall that was called Heaven, which was this huge grid, which is also in the book. And then on the other side, I had a geometric work that was called Hell. And in between, I had 2 other works, right, that were called Between Heaven and Hell. So in fact, this original title is called Between Heaven and Hell. And there were 2 works. And I thought that because I have this image of purgatory, which is that place that exists between heaven and hell, I thought, well, no, I'm going to call this Earth. So I see, Earth, the circle is that kind of like unity. So I wanted to have a circle in there. Square, of course, is kind of representative of society, of people, of like we kind of have squares. We're kind of distant from each other, and cultures are different, and countries
Especially now, right?
hate each other. Like right now, like work is social distancing. And the triangle to me also represents the kind of like the spirit, right? It's kind of like you're reaching up, or it could be reaching down also, right? It indicates position, movement of some sort, right? So I just put this together, and what I always do is I start with an idea, and then I just kind of go through it, layer it, move things around, and I get something that's totally abstract. I give it titles that suggest things, but it's called Earth because it was between heaven and hell.
Awesome. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool.
Yeah.
This is this is very nice. This
And
is
it's-
on the CD, yeah.
Yeah, it's the title.
Yeah.
The cover, right? And on the back is the kind of the negative version of that very same work,
Ah, cool. Uh-huh.
right? That's the white version of the black one, right? So this is the
Very
white
cool, yeah.
album, and that's the black album.
So what kind of responses have you gotten from people about the album and stuff?
I started to collect responses, but I didn't get enough. Not many. I think a lot of people haven't heard it, right? Or people listen to it, then they don't say very much. I've had some, some positive. I think that if people have negative reviews, they don't say
They don't
anything,
tell
right?
you.
But
Yeah.
No, we didn't make very many copies, so there's only like 200 CDs. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people who got them like didn't respond or didn't, or I don't
Yeah.
know what they did with it. Right? But I think, to me, it's kind of positive what my best friends say, and they mostly
Yeah.
liked it, and
Yeah.
my sister loved it, so that's good enough for me, right? My
Cool.
my
Cool.
brother
What
agreed.
did she love about it?
What?
Why did she love it? What did she?
She said, this is good. Like she didn't like my other stuff so much, right? But she said, "Oh yeah, this is good. This is
Oh,
good."
really? Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. She said, I like your rock band better than I like your music, right? So, but
Interesting.
she liked this. My brother said, yeah, it was good. It was good. I remember one night I passed out, and I just passed out on the couch, and my brother got to listen to my CD. He says, yeah, it was good. I liked it. So
Mm-hmm.
those are the most important people to me.
Yeah.
Um, not so much response. It
Mm-hmm.
happens to most of us. We make things and people don't respond unless you're really, 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 really famous, or you really try to put your stuff out there, which I'm not really doing. So
Yeah. I try to push it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm.
I will tell you though. You shared with me the new Bruce Springsteen album last year,
Right.
Western Skies or something.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
And I must admit, I listened to it once or twice.
Yeah.
Didn't get it.
No.
Didn't get it. Just didn't hit me.
Okay.
And then just the other day, I'm
Mhm.
like, I gotta re-listen to this. And I've listened to it 2 or 3 times in the past couple of days.
Right.
I'm getting it now.
Okay. Cool.
Right? It doesn't come in right away. Music doesn't come in. Music is not it's not a some stuff you get like boom, boom, you know. But that kind of stuff maybe you probably get. There's certain things like the really crazy catchy melodies and stuff. But I think most music
Mhm.
takes a few listenings
Yeah. Sure.
before you get it, right? And then but most people don't have the time or the attention spans to listen to something more than once or twice,
Yeah.
So that's why it's like for marketing. If you want people to recognize your brand, they need to see it 12 times.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they don't hear your song 12 times, they're not going to remember your song. Your song is not it's not because your song is good or bad. It's just I think people need time to get into their systems, right? And the more you listen to it, the more you remember, and the more the melodies make sense and stuff. Unless it's a really, really, really simple song, it just takes time for people to get.
I think, as you said, right, like people don't often have that much time to kind of sit back and listen to all these things, right? But anyway, we'll see. But it's interesting you mentioned that, right? Because also, like in language teaching, which I'm a language teacher, right? Teaching English, and with that, they say like 12 times you got to hear something 12 times. You got to hear a word 12 times before you begin. You remember it, right? Vocabulary is the same way too, right? So art is the same way too. Like, I mean, how many people saw, for example, Picasso's Les Demoiselles d'Avignon? Like this kind of you saw at the very beginning. You say, "What? That is pretty ugly." And of course, a lot of people said that at the very beginning also.
Yeah.
In the end, people, well, yeah, there's something there, and it only takes like one person to kind of write about it and say that, well, that's pretty damn good, right? And then you begin to kind of change your mind, right? But I was going to tell you something. Somebody just said that, not just said, right? But after listening to this, he said, yeah, no, I like that. I says, I think I don't know if I could say this on Wine Talks, right? But said that I will definitely get laid if I play Sexy Blue. So,
are you serious?
Yeah, I have that. I kept that.
Is that
comment.
that's the highest compliment ever?
Oh, yes, I said. Well, thank you. You're welcome. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's true. I have it. It's in my email. I won't reveal that name unless you want me to reveal it in Wine Talks Confidential. Right?
That is the highest compliment ever, man. I mean, yeah. I don't know what else. I don't know how you could. Yeah. I'm trying to think of something better to like a better compliment for you.
Yeah.
There is not the better compliment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think we all had
Yeah.
songs that we wanted to play if we wanted to be romantic, right?
Oh yeah,
Like, oh yeah.
dude, man. All right, well, Jack and Diane, man.
Yeah, Jack and Diane.
Jack and
Well,
Diane, little ditty about Jack and Diane. Yep,
that's I.
that just works for me, man.
What's his name? Michael Franks, Bread,
Mm-hmm.
right? Those kind of albums, that Cat Stevens. Holy
Oh
cow!
God, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, interesting how religion can get you going.
yeah, right.
Yes. Given that he was a religious person, right? But of
Yeah,
course, this
man.
where he became
So
over.
you know what I have? I've got black buildings here too. You want to do that one?
Sure.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay, I gotta open this up here.
Black
Okay,
buildings.
cool.
Actually, this looks pretty cool on the screen. We've got a link up top there, so you guys can go to 4C Publishing and pick up a copy of the book.
That's
The
right.
awesome
We'll
Herman
send it to
Barland.
you.
What's that?
4C will. 4C Publishing will send it to you, right?
Yep.
You got a Japanese stamp on there.
Oh yeah, and very cheap overseas shipping.
Yep, that's right.
Actually made it 300 yen, Herman.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah. So we'll ship it anywhere in the world for 300 yen.
Nice.
It's a good
That's
deal, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about this.
Well, I am fascinated by we don't have I have tree artwork also, right? But these are buildings. And I'm fascinated by buildings. I love taking photographs of buildings and traveling, going to places like Chicago, New York, Bangkok, Tokyo is amazing. So buildings, they're everywhere, right? And
Yeah.
I live in a big city, so I'm fascinated by them, right? And I just wanted to create something that was just kind of my version of a beautiful kind of organized city. I don't see it as being negative, right? But it's a little bit impersonal, of course, right? Which our cities can be, right? But I just wanted to make something just kind of match these colors and have these black buildings, right? Which kind of don't have any personality whatsoever, right? But I like what goes on in the background. I think we can, decorate our cities and make them nicer than they are in some ways. But anyway, I have many buildings and I have many tree works, right? I kind of enjoy working with that theme.
Yeah, cool, man. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you.
Let me just switch screens back.
Okay.
And now
we're getting towards the end here.
We're getting towards the end, which means that it's time for the stream of consciousness questions.
Oh God! Oh my God! Is this for Wine Talks Confidential?
Yeah, sure. It's just,
okay.
It's live.
Okay, but you can. Yeah, sure. He says he's lying, ladies and gentlemen. He is absolutely lying. This is a live stream.
Oh yeah. Wine Talks Confidential.
Cheers. Thank you, Jeff.
Out in the world.
Okay.
Thank you,
and
sir.
These are going to continue, right? You're just restarting, aren't you? Right?
Just restarting. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Just on a personal note. I was doing the wine talks. We did 12 wine talks.
Okay.
And then we had a fucking massive earthquake and a tsunami.
Right.
And the nuclear power plants blew up. And I tried to do one more after that, wine talk number 13.
With
and
the reactor?
Yeah, well, with Ivan, right? And it just, the stream didn't work. And then I was just too emotionally overwhelmed to, I didn't have the EOU. What's EOU in English? EOU,
the willpower.
No, EOU is like to just be in a mental state of mind where you're able to do anything you need to do, right?
Okay.
So I wasn't in an emotional state where I could do more than I was doing, right? Just getting things moving forward and doing things was at what required all of my energy, right?
Okay.
And wine talks require a lot of extra energy, right?
Sure. And
so I just couldn't do it. And then finally starting to recover after 9 years or so. So going to get that back. And now it's in a time of social distancing, so it's weird.
Yeah, that's right. Well, but appropriate, of course, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
and
Yeah.
I know you did lots. You did so much for northern Japan, right?
Mm.
Tohoku, right? So, and it overwhelmed you, right? For sure, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
were.
yeah, yeah. I saw it. Yeah. I mean, just my own personal experience was like shocking,
Mhm,
and then I heard 100 people's different stories of everything that they lost and how their lives were completely destroyed.
mhm,
So it was hard. It was really hard. I just take that in. You know,
right.
I can't just ignore. I can't sort of keep myself away. I think that's why the films are interesting because I'm so
Mhm,
connected with people. But
yeah,
it was hard.
mhm.
So yeah.
I think you should be satisfied with yourself and proud of yourself, right? That you did so much work, right?
Mm,
And people out there, of course, a lot of people don't know what you did, right? And you did tons of stuff, tons of charity work, and going out there helping people and
mm,
concerting and that type of thing, right? But I think it's good that you're kind of coming out of that, right? And
mm-hmm.
and doing something that's different, right?
Yeah.
And now you're gonna become a little bit more, not a little bit more, but a lot more kind of focused on creative output, right? I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah. Yeah. Always, it's always been there. It's like I think the really shitty times are the times where you create the most, right?
Mhm.
It's easiest to create a song when your life is shit. You know.
You got something to wail about, right?
Yeah. It's just like fucking coronavirus. You know. When you just like I'm all alone or you lost your girlfriend or whatever.
All the
It's
songs that are out there, right?
it's just like your body just needs to get stuff out, right? That's why
Mhm,
it's hard to write happy songs, right?
mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
because you're happy
yeah, that's right.
and you have no, existential angst. You have no need to like whatever you're feeling, you're just giving it out.
Right, right.
So, but when you're like alone and your girlfriend's left you or you're in confinement, you know, you're like
Prison?
I gotta write a song,
Right.
And you just write songs, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so it's yeah. I think it's easier in some ways. It's easier to create in bad times than it is in easy times, you know. But yeah. I guess it depends on the person, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah. So this is a start. Okay. So stream of consciousness questions.
Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Let me have a drink of my
Yeah.
Mouton Cadet Bordeaux.
Mm.
Philippe de Baron Philippe de Rothschild. Let's not get into conspiracy theories, right? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Are you ready, Herman?
Okay,
Okay.
I'm afraid. Go ahead.
Um.
You're-
Are you ready? It's stream of consciousness. It's just gonna come out, man. Are you ready?
oh, okay, okay.
I usually have a list. I can't. I couldn't find my list. I have a great list of all these cool questions, right?
I can see that you're making them up, right? So, okay. I thought,
That's why I'm calling it stream of consciousness.
oh, I see. Okay.
So I'm just gotta get the stream going, right?
All right.
Are you ready, Herman?
Yes.
Okay. What was the one major factor that brought you to where you are today?
um. Okay, I'll say it. It came quickly. It's music. I
Yeah.
think music has always been there. It's been part
Uh-huh.
of my family. I played instruments, and the music was always there. And music led to art. Music led to creativity. Led to everything. It was music, definitely.
Wow.
Music.
And music brought you to Japan.
No, my education brought me to Japan. I went to teachers college, and I got a job. I didn't really know very much about Japan, right? But no.
Really?
I do love Japanese music, right? And world music. Oh my God,
Uh-huh.
coming to Japan, yeah, open up world music to me, right? I mean, we wouldn't hear that. We wouldn't have those songs with the bandir or the frame drums if I hadn't come to Japan.
Yeah. And I know you have like 1,000 CDs in your house.
No, 5 or 6,000 CDs
Yeah.
in my house.
So how do you know, man?
How do I know where they
How do
are?
you know? Well, how do you? I mean, like, how can you listen to that much music? How can you? Are you intimate with all those CDs, or are
I
like
don't.
most? Have you only listened to a few of them once, or?
Well, it it relates to my personality, right? I'm a generalist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, um, I don't, of course, I'm also a male, right? So of course I want to know the names and I want to know who wrote it and
Yeah.
I can't know that for all the songs, right? But I'm also, we'll focus on those kind of details, right? But basically, I'm a generalist, right? So I will say, oh yeah, Brazilian music, yeah, I like Brazilian music. Country, I like country music.
Yeah.
Rock, oh yeah. Heavy metal, well, there's a few bands that I
Yeah.
could listen to, right? But I'm basically a generalist, right? So I have cases of CDs. Well, that's my Brazilian CD, and then things that I've been listening to recently. I've got my Brazilian CD, my jazz case of CDs, and I've also
Mm-hmm.
got my country. I've been listening to like old country, not new
Oh
country,
yeah.
old country stuff, like Hank Williams and stuff like that. So I'm a generalist. So I will, I would just listen to stuff, right? And I would just go through periods where I would just listen to styles of music, right?
Mm-hmm. And then, and you remember all those, and they connect with you, or I mean, I'm because when I was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you bought the albums that you could buy, right?
Right.
And you had to be. I mean, like, I bought some albums. I would go to like, I just wanted records, so I would like buy the records in the $2, $2 bin.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, don't know if they're good or not, but I'm gonna buy them, right?
Right.
Because I want records, right?
Mhm.
But I didn't have that much music, right? So the music that I had, I listened to incessantly,
Right.
right? I didn't have 5,000 records to listen to. And I don't know if I don't even know if my brain can get around the idea of 5,000 records, So it's very interesting for me to see how you process that. And, I think we have different brains, right? So,
I hope so, right?
yeah, me too.
Or else we're kind of attached.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but it works. But anyways, music was it, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, if you, I poured some wine. I had to lick it off my finger there. Cheers.
Cheers.
Back to the red.
A bottle of white, a bottle of red.
All right, Bill, it's backwards.
Is it?
Bottle
you-
of red.
Because you have that
bottle of
album, right?
white.
Well, see,
Dun, 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 in tonight, right?
I'm a generalist, right? I would know
Right?
that he was talking about two colors of wine. It didn't matter what order they were in.
Yeah. That album, I listened to the part where he said, I'm going to sit at home and masturbate. That was it.
Oh my God.
Right. When I first heard that, I was just like, okay, got to hear that 100 times, right?
Billy Joel album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not The Stranger. What was it? But it's on that same album. It's on the one, the Bottle of Red, right?
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll remember it later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, who was the guy? Oh, fuck. Okay. I don't remember that now. But, okay. So, if there were one thing in your house or that you have, like, with coronavirus and everything, the world's going to fall apart. What's the one thing that you do not want to get rid of? The one thing that you need more than anything else?
Well, it's kind of odd, right? Because it would be my computer,
Yeah.
But all
Not
my
your phone.
stuff there. It's got like 60,000 of my photographs. It's got it's not music. I'm not worried about that. It's got all my photos. It's got all my artwork. It would just be my computer. Like, yeah, like screw everything else, right? I don't need the instruments, my passport. I'll go to the embassy and renew that at some point, right? But it's my computer. That's what I would grab. And unfortunately I have a Mac, so I can't just grab a small disk drive or anything like that, right? I've
Mhm.
got to basically take that whole computer out. But that's it. It's not clothes. It's not instruments because I can replace those.
Mhm.
And of course those are backed up too, right? So maybe I don't really need the computer, but if I were in a rush and I were thinking about it, I would probably grab my computer and then probably put my passport on the back of the.
That's two things though. Oh, I think we actually got. Did we get? Malcolm has said, "Hey."
All right, Malcolm.
All right, Malcolm, welcome.
I mentioned your name, Malcolm, for being the designer of the book.
Yeah,
Thank
baby.
you, Malcolm. Cheers, Malcolm. I right together. All right. So, Jeff, what do you think? We're closing up here. Do you have any other questions of?
Of deep emotional depth. Yeah.
I'm getting pretty drunk here.
I know it's good. It's good. That's where all the okay. So, what does sexy blue mean?
Sexy Blue is about unrequited love.
Unrequited love.
Yeah, and I saw Gordon Lightfoot in concert in Nashville 2 years ago, and he said, "And here's another song about unrequited love. I've written many of those," and everybody in the audience laughed, having known his songs, right? So,
yeah,
about unrequited love, and it's about lost opportunities, also, right? Because relationships they're also about opportunities, right? So, anyway, that's how it started, and then it became its own animal.
Yeah. Okay. So unrequited love and missed opportunities, are they the same thing?
Yeah, I think they are, because all relationships are opportunities for knowing somebody, for traveling, for doing different things, right? All relationships lead to different opportunities, right? People like different things, so they force you to like this, like that, share this, compromise that. So that's the way I looked at it, right? And yeah, that's what it's about.
Well, okay. So Malcolm's here. Just jumped in now. Got sidetracked with family.
Oh,
Zooming.
cool.
Oh, doing the Zoom thing. Yeah. But so missed opportunities.
Yeah.
For me, that's like a buzzword for me. Because like in high school, college, I would like some of my best friends. That was stuff we would talk about. Because like when you're in high school and college, and it's just like, am I gonna? I really like this girl,
Right.
But I'm not as cool, or as, I'm shy.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like to tell her that I like her.
Right.
And you have a chance, and you don't take it. Those missed opportunities. Unrequited love, right?
I think that's what it's all. Yeah, I think a lot of our lives are about that, especially when we're younger, right?
Yeah.
I have many missed opportunities recently, right? But that one happened a few years back. But I agree with you, right? I think but you grew up. I'm a little bit older than you, right? But when we grew up, I think that our opportunities would have been, and you grew up in the States and I grew up in Canada, would have been, drinking, right? Where you would have gone, like it would kind of made you less shy. I was shy too, right? Of course, like maybe most of us were quite shy, right? That's a difficult thing to do. But I think, and also, look at it from another point of view, and that is like, of course, relationships are often missed opportunities, but also look at, all your creative life, your work life, how we hold back because we're a little bit shy, and we don't want to bring out our ideas. So we have tons of missed opportunities, right? So I think it gets back to that idea of just going for it, grabbing what's there, right? And grabbing the opportunities. And sometimes they don't, of course, they're not going to work out all the time, right? But I do believe, in the end, you can still be positive about those missed opportunities, can't you? Like, how do you feel? Like you still have many opportunities ahead of you.
Yeah. No, I mean, like for me, I mean, like being turned down is like one of the worst things in life. Like sorry, no. I gotta wash my hair. I don't, I don't want to hang out with you.
Sure.
That sucks worse than anything else.
Sure.
The fear of asking the question
Mm-hmm.
is scary as shit, right? And you ask it, and they say, nah. But what I have learned in my long years of being alive is that you have to ask the question, right?
Sure.
Regardless of what they say,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know what the percentage is. If it's half and half or 30 to 70 or whatever, if you don't ask, you don't get shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And more often you still don't get shit, and they tell you you suck, and you don't get shit. But 30% of the time, you get it.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I'll go with that. I'm glad you asked that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
You have to say, what do you think? Whether it's a woman or it's a business opportunity or whatever, you just have to say, how about this? Can we do this?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think opportunities are also about like just doing things, right? They're about actions, right? Just do it. Like don't look for somebody else's approval first. Just do something, and then later you'll figure it out, right? And of course, somebody's gonna dislike it, somebody's gonna like it, and some girls are gonna like it, some girls are not gonna like it, some people are gonna like your music, some people are not gonna like your music, right? So,
Yeah.
but that shouldn't stop you from doing things. So, I'm that song was about missed opportunities, or it was about unrequited love, but it was also a positive song, I think, right?
It's a cool story. Yeah.
I want to say, we didn't talk about that, right? But that if you remember, there was a version of that song. We're talking about Sexy Blue on that album called End of an Era, which is available on your website. I'm not a self-promoter, actually.
Yeah. No, where is it? It's not on my website. It's on your thing, right? It's on
it's on 4C, right? But
End of an Era, the book. The book is on there, but the album is on
Amazon
iTunes.
And iTunes.
Yeah. So do a search for End of an Era on iTunes.
Yeah. But, I wanted to talk about the very beginning of that, because if you remember when we did that first version, because it sounded kind of like Bauhaus, not Bauhaus, but the German band, Kraftwerk, right?
Kraftwerk, yeah.
Kraftwerk, right? So I actually said that intro in German. I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
Kind of a Kraftwerk song, right? So I'll do that in German, right? But later, my parents are from Holland.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't do that in German. I should do that in Dutch.
Yeah.
So if people listen to that and they think it's German, actually it's Dutch, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, I think is the I may have made a mistake there, right? But
I hope it's okay.
I hope it. Yeah. But it's okay.
Okay. Okay. Last question.
Okay, we got 3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes.
Show. Jeez.
Your happiest, most euphoric experience of your life.
Wow. Holy cow.
Midori-chan.
Midori-chan asked that?
No. I thought maybe it would have been Midori.
No. Wouldn't be that, right? Well, I don't know if I can actually say this, but I would think the most euphoric, was I think being on beaches, and
being on beaches.
Yeah, and I don't want to get into too many details here, right? But you're in the right state of mind. Sun is hot. And you're with the best. Any friend is okay. You're with a friend, and it's hot and it's exotic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably the happiest. And, that's the happiest, right? But,
Yeah.
who cares about the happiest? I'm not interested in the happiest. I'm interested in the areas kind of below that where,
Mm-hmm.
the I don't want the peaks, right? The peaks. Yeah. Well, you didn't ask me about my lowest, right? So you asked me about my highest. Okay. That's not a
Oh,
peak.
I'm ready. You're
Don't
ready
ask
for
me
the.
about my lowest, right? But I mean, the other peaks are like, doing art, doing music,
Yeah.
teaching, having, good times with friends, like recording
Yeah.
with you in the studio. Those kind of things are the things, I don't need peaks. I don't need great peaks. But I think if you talk about the happiest, it was probably on a beach. Definitely on a beach.
That's cool. My happiest. I just been thinking about it, and the first thing that comes up for me, I was trekking in Nepal.
See, there you go.
I had a big backpack.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking in the mountains, and I was all alone.
Yeah.
And the nearest people were probably, I don't know, a kilometer away or something. And I'm in this like river valley,
Mm-hmm.
walking up there, and there's like the Himalayas all around. And I'm just going, miles from nowhere.
Yes.
Guess I'll take my time. Oh yeah, to reach there. And I sang that at the top of my lungs.
That's cool.
And it just like came back across the mountains, and it was just like probably the happiest day of my life. I walked 27 kilometers that day.
Wow.
All right. And I got Giardia the next day, and like, yeah, it was terrible. But yeah, walking my way up to Muktanath.
Yeah.
And singing that song in that space, it was just so fucking wonderful.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's interesting, right? Because we can end it and talk about, music. You said like, what is the moment? It's music. And you're going back to Cat Stevens. And Cat Stevens also wrote Catmandu, right?
Yeah.
Cat, I'll
Yeah.
be seeing you or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I loved Miles from Nowhere. And I think I have sung that song by
Right?
myself, walking and thinking, miles from nowhere.
Right? Guess I'll take my time. Oh yeah, to reach there. Right?
Yeah. Fantastic song.
And when you're in a fucking Himalayan river valley with these mountains, man, it was like the ultimate place to sing it. And nobody's gonna tell you to shut up.
No, except God.
Because there's no except God. And God's gonna go like, yeah, dude.
Stop singing in my mountains, dude.
You're doing Miles from Nowhere, baby.
Stop singing cat songs, okay? Your own.
Kathmandu, I'll soon be seeing you. Something like that, right? Yeah. Oh.
Well, dude, it's been a fun talk. Let's have one last toast. And
Okay.
I'm looking forward to more Shima and Wine Talks.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
sure, man. Thanks for starting it off again.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers, Herman.
Yep.
You're
Cheers.
a great man.
Thanks.
I hope you can handle all the excess revenue you're going to get from all of this advertisement here.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if
So
we
every-
sell 2 CDs and 5 books, I will
Where's
be
that? Yeah.
ecstatic,
Yeah.
reaching
So-
peak ecstasy levels, probably.
So do a search for End of an Era, Herman Bartlett, Herman B, and see what you get.
Who knows?
It's a good album, though. I think all your albums. I mean, you've got what? We got 3 or 4 now.
3. I've got 4, but 3. Yeah, 3 we did together.
Yeah, we did 3 together, and they're quite good, hey?
Yeah, I like them. I've enjoyed them. So they're all available, same places. But
Yeah. Malcolm says, "Cheers to both of you. Looks and sounds good."
good.
We
That's
thank
cool.
you, Malcolm. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah. So everybody, stay safe.
Be
Wash
safe.
your hands.
Yep.
Stay away from coughing and sneezing people.
Happy birthday to you 2 times, right?
Yeah, baby. Okay.
Okay. Dude, thank you.
Thank you very much, Sherman.
Thank you, Jeff.
Good to hang out, man.
Cheers.
Yeah.
High five. I'm
High five.
leaving the meeting.
I-10.
I'm leaving the meeting.
Okay, I'm going to shut down the stream. If I can see the button. Yeah, there we go. Okay.